Hello, YouTube. It's me, Alex, and well, I should be very excited about this, but I'm a bit tired. I've been a bit busy for busy for this, and I have other things I'm more excited about. So I wasn't really as excited about achieving this that maybe most people would have. But in any case, if you see my 100 platinum, um, yep, I achieved it. I got 100 platinums. And if I show you a list, you'll notice there probably is 99 trophies, and that's because my 99th, or because or my 100 platinum is from Resistance Burning Skies on the Vita. See, my first PlayStation Vita platinum is Resistance Burning Sky. Nice, nice. I heard mixed opinions about the game, but you know what? It was the first FPS on a with the dual analog sticks on portable. Let me tell you, it felt great. I mean, yeah, it's not a perfect game, but you know what? It's gonna fill in the void for a while until like the real FPSs come onto this thing, like Bioshock or Killzone. Call of Duty, maybe, but to be honest, I'm not a Call of Duty fan. I don't even. My brother owns the games, but I don't. I don't. People still ask me if I want to join a match. I don't have the games. Any case, since I have 100 and I only have like a 15-minute thing, I'm gonna just mostly skim them and maybe talk a bit about so I'm not gonna like constantly click on each game or so. Oh, you kind of will notice the platinum on the like at the very end, of course, with 100% and the little like platinum dot. I know most people try to like click to show the platinum in full force, but I don't really have that much time, and maybe I'll take this opportunity to talk a bit. So yeah, here we go. Um, as you can see, there's actually been a reason why I haven't. Um, I'm not that excited because I'm pretty busy about other things. And one of the things that I've been busy about is if you have been looking up on YouTube or something, you might notice that I am working on a book, and that's what I'm actually been doing. I created a book that is a version of In My Mind, a book version of In My Mind, which I called In My Mind: A Journey Through My Life uh, with Asperger's slash autism. That's the name of the book. And well, if you want to know something, by the time this video is posted, which is today, which is Thursday, eh, um, possibly tomorrow, I probably am going to be. It will probably be the time where I press the button to send my work to the printer, which in a few days will mean I will be getting a physical prototype copy of my book. And well, if everything seems to be in perfect order and stuff, I send it back and I'm telling them it's perfect, it's ready, and well, it will be out in stores pretty soon. So yeah, so most likely, you'll probably see the book available on store shelves or probably on the web, and by the end of this summer or maybe during summer. And yeah, I'm pretty damn excited about it. About it. But in any case, I guess I should mention yeah, the 100 platinum. I'm pretty amazed. I guess besides from skimming this, I'll tell you about what I thought. One thing I want to think about, which is the E3, which is since it just happened just a few days ago. Oh, like which one were the best and stuff. And I know people are gonna complain that I'm a Sony fanboy, of course. Maybe I am, but I have my own opinions, and if you don't like it, whatever. Which is this. I want to just say which one was the winner. I have to admit, Ubisoft was the winner. I'm not a fan of Assassin's Creed. In fact, I hate Assassin's Creed. I know people have some big praise towards it, but I have to admit that, and I'm not really that interested in Far Cry 3 because I didn't like Far Cry 2. I know a lot of people like that game, but I felt very annoyed that when every time I'm driving and there's like and I just come across a new enemy or something. What? Well, I mean, like every time I just drive by in Far Cry 2, there's always somebody wants to shoot me down, which always frustrated me. It always annoyed me, especially with the car, and you always had to like manually fix it for time. So it just really annoyed me. So really, Far Cry 2, I didn't like. I'm not really having high hopes for Far Cry 3 because it's kind of the same game in most cases. It's an open world thing. Who knows? I am gonna check it out, of course, because it did the show really did kind of surprise me enough to make me feel interested. But the main point is they actually, in fact, took a Ubisoft actually, even though they didn't show mostly any games that I felt interested, except for probably Watchdog. They showed me a bunch of games that in the end I felt like, okay, well, they're not games I'm interested in, but you made me entertained throughout the entire show, which is actually a good achievement. I would admit that the host was annoying, but not as annoying as that guy going doo doo the capping buzz guy from last year. Uh, as for like the second place, Sony. I mean, they showed off games. I'm a little disappointed they didn't show a lot of Vita games, but they showed games, which is what I wanted. Um, and I'm also a PlayStation Plus subscriber because I decided to give it a shot, a year subscription, and I got a little shock about like, yay, free, a couple of free games for a while, so I can't argue with that. That, um, which the only thing that really kind of ruined it is that, of course, the lack of three Vita games. And I should mention that like they said they try to trim it down so it's a little shorter than 2 hours or so because a lot of people always complain that the show is always that long. Um, and so they did, and they trimmed it by removing some of the Vita games they would have announced. And I'm like thinking, okay, so you decided to remove the Vita games, but you decided to take 20 or 15 minutes explaining the stupid Wonder Book with the Book of Spells. I mean, yeah, it's kind of interesting and it's kind of fun for kids, but God, you didn't need to spend 15 minutes showing it off. It's not really that wow, like The Last of Us or God of War Ascensions, which also that game I'm excited about. I'm excited about both of them. Um, the Wonder Boys. You really decided to wait. You gave away the Vita games. You got rid of the Vita games for the Wonder Book. You can do it if you want. You can show it off and everything. You can sell that thing, but it's not something you need to throw in E3, Sony. I'm sorry, but you need to do that. But besides that, I really got my enjoyment. Um, third place is Nintendo. I know a lot of people who are gonna bash me on this, so go ahead in the comment section. It's not gonna change my opinion. But overall, I'm not a fan of Nintendo, and I'm actually surprised about how many people don't seem to like. Okay, here's the thing. I saw the Wii U, and so for now the graphics don't impress me that much. They look like so far now. I know this is like the first games that are out on it, and usually they don't always show the graphic capabilities of the thing. But so far now, all I'm getting is that it's somewhere around the lines of Xbox 360 graphics. I mean, that's fine, but the whole people constantly saying, "Oh, these graphics amazing to are amazing or something. They're better than PS3 or something. They're really not. And let me just say the big problem I have with Nintendo. I'm actually surprised about the whole fan joy with Nintendo. I mean, everyone gets excited for the same games they release every single year. I mean, one of like some people that like puts on their highest, most anticipated list is always like a Zelda game or a Mario game. And I'm like thinking you played that game before every year. Like they release the same type of game. I mean, people have complained about Call of Duty releasing the same game each year. Well, you know what? Nintendo has been doing that for over 25 years with their other games. I mean, you can probably try to claim that that each one is so different than the other. They're not. They're really the same. Mario does the same thing. He jumps on a Goomba. Uh, the story's always the real. Almost 99% of the stories are always Mario going after the princess, saving from Bowser. Can you really give us something else besides that? That and nope. Really? I mean, yeah. I mean, like there was like a few new IPs like Pikmin 3, which I don't know. I seen a bunch of other games that are like that, so I just don't see the real big praise for this. I guess it's just because a lot of people have been waiting for a Pikmin game, so I guess that's it. Um, and I guess just to finish things up, I guess. I mean, for Nintendo, I'm just like saying this. They keep on releasing the same game, so of course that's what really annoys me because they don't really try to give out something new. I mean, even last year they did the same thing. As in, what do they give out for everyone for this year? Another Mario game, another Zelda game, and just the same old games. I'm sorry, but you know what? I don't know what people um like what Nintendo does to them. I don't know if they brainwash them, but you want to know something? I hate Mario. I hate Zelda. I am sick of seeing them appearing in the same game for these past couple of years. There's there's it. I just can't stand it. And yeah, I know that some people say, "Oh, well, what about like they didn't show new IPs?" But what about Kid Icarus? Yeah, like one new IP or something that like people have been wondering in the past or something. Yeah, I guess you can give a little bit of hope. But when it comes down to like actually the whole roster of games are like the same games you have been playing for the past 20 or something years, and they just throw in one new IP. That's not really enough to actually, in fact, say, yeah, Nintendo does give a lot of things new. And as for the Wii U, I had to say that, to be honest, nothing really much impressed me. In fact, it there really is like nothing that makes me feel like, oh, I have this has to be on the thing. And let me just tell you why. Let me put in a good example with the PlayStation Vita. Because it's kind of like the Wii U in some ways. Like let's just pretend like I'm using this as a Wii U controller, and that's my take. The biggest problem I have with the Wii U is that, really, to be honest, for gameplay wise, the game really requires you to constantly look down at the Wii U screen, I mean controller screen, and then back to this. You're constantly going to be doing this throughout the entire playthrough of the Wii U. Because of course, since like the screen doesn't really have the physical buttons on it, so you have to constantly look at the screen so you know where the buttons are. And basically, that kind of just really kind of could be a little bit not only an irritation, but also in very heavy combat games where you need quick reflexes and stuff. A quick look down away from the screen could actually, in fact, affect what's going to happen, and it could end up being more annoying than actually, in fact, fun. Plus, most of the stuff they're showing that they put on the screen are really something that doesn't need to be on a separate screen. Like for example, Zombie U, which of course really they're gonna go with the U again. They have to put in U at the end of every title. In Zombie U, it's another zombie game. I don't know what the praise is. It's the same zombie game we've seen now before. The only difference is that okay, instead of zooming down the sights on the screen, you have to pull up your Wii U controller up against the screen, up towards the screen, so you can see the sights of the scope, rather than just simply seeing the Skype on the scope on the screen. Hey, yeah, that's great. You look at this while your character on the screen just stands there, or the scanner. Again, your character just stands there while you pop up the scanner, or again with other things. Just to sum up, all it really is just replacing the pause button with your character just standing there while you look at this screen. So I'm not really that impressed. And just to sum up, EA and Microsoft, they both sucked. They didn't really show any really good games. They were just boring us out. Okay, well I'll have like 10 seconds left of this before it's like been 15 minutes. So I showed you much. Hope you enjoyed it. Talk to you guys later.